Welcome to week 7 of LIBS 301. This week we are focusing in on our final essay. So for this week's to-do list for required materials, we have our week 7 instructor videos, and then we do have a YouTube video on how to format your paper in APA style. For supplemental material, we have our APA style essay formatting for Microsoft Word, as well as how to set up an APA formatted paper in 6 minutes. We do have two materials from our APA style guide online, and this is the title page setup as well as the student paper setup guide. I will note though that both of these are located solely online. They do not necessarily have that corresponding material within your physical book, so do look at that attached document in the Brightspace page. And then for our assignments, we have one assignment, which is our final essay, which is our kind of big accumulating major assignment here in this course. So for information literacy, for this week, we are really looking at all 5 steps of the information literacy process: identifying, finding, evaluating, applying, and acknowledging. So how again do these fit together? I mentioned this during our first week, but I did want to hit it on this again. So how the steps fit together is first you identify your topic and focus, you find your resources, you evaluate your source's usefulness, and then you apply your source to the argument and acknowledge the sources used. Let's next look at pulling everything together. So as we're pulling our information together and creating our final essay, we want to organize our information in a logical order to make our argument. Next, we want to add in a mixture of sources throughout our essay to support those arguments. While we're adding in those sources, we want to introduce our source, add in their information, and then tie that information into our own argument. And finally, we want to be able to use a combination of direct quotes, paraphrasing, and summarizing, along with both parenthetical and narrative in-text citations. Make sure when you're working through your final essay that we're creating a title page. Add in an academic title to your paper. Don't just list it as final essay. Use at least 5 sources and incorporate those into the text body with in-text citations. And finally, make sure you're creating a reference page. Add in all of the sources referenced within your paper and format those citations in APA style, making sure that it's in alphabetical order. So let's look now at our final essay assignment. So first, this is going to be a 3 to 4 page essay, not including the title or references pages. You do need to include at least 5 sources using in-text citations. Your essay needs to be in APA style formatting, which includes your title page, the body of your essay, and your references page. And remember that your work should build upon this course's previously completed assignments. For the points breakdown, it's 100 points in total. 20 points are looking at our APA formatting and writing. So this is your title page and headers, the flow and organization, as well as your argumentation. 40 points are for your parenthetical documentation, which is your in-text citations. These are looking at the number of sources, the flow and style of those in-text citations, as well as the in-text citation formatting. And then 40 points also comes from our citations and reference list formatting. This is the format and organization, as well as our citations in general. The final essay's rubric is listed both on the instructions document and within the assignment folder. So materials to look through for this week. So we have our week 7 instructor video, as well as the how to format your paper in APA style video. For supplemental materials, we have a video looking at APA style essay formatting for Microsoft Word, as well as a video of looking at setting up an APA formatted paper in 6 minutes. Also, do look at the APA style guide online materials of the title page setup and the student paper setup guide. And finally, for our assignments due, we have one assignment this week, which is our final essay. So make sure you're writing that final essay consisting of 5 sources in APA style, and that is going to be due on Thursday. Now, if you have any questions as you are finalizing your essay and submitting it, please do reach out to me, email, or set up a one-on-one meeting. I look forward to seeing your guys' final essays and providing feedback for you guys. Have a great week.